Okay, I feel like this is probably going to be the fastest video I've ever made in my life, but that's pretty much because you got everything right. Just a couple minor points. With this statement here, I told you something special. You have this correct, right? The subject is I, the action or verb is told, but told what? And this is going to be a little bit nerdy, but it's an indirect because it's not, you didn't tell you, you told something. That's the thing that you said, but then the something was given or applied to you. So you can say you here is an indirect object. You is what's receiving the action. The thing that happens is you told something and it goes to the you. Okay, very minor point, and ultimately on the MCAT, this kind of nerdy grammar really doesn't matter, but it is a useful thing to practice, just to think about if I've got my action told, you want to think what was being told, and it's not telling a you, which unless we can sort of like 3D print with our words, right? Like I can speak and a person appears. Okay. Outside of that, it's not that. It was something and it was given or presented to the you. Okay. But other than that, completely correct. Everything else, no comments on. You did it. Yep, even the tough guys. You circled 6, but let me just look through this here. The subject is the process, that's correct, and then you highlighted the verbs. It is something, and it was something else. And yes, the predicates were what was it? Useful, popular, correct, correct. Modifiers were the somewhat, and then we had a but, and then the prepositional phrases. Everything is perfect. Yes, very good. No comments on that. Okay, last thing. This all was absolutely correct except for one thing. I want to look at question number 1 just for a moment. And several of y'all struggled with this one. Okay, so let's just discuss this. Okay, so we have, we're asked to find ambivalence. We first look to see where in the sentence or in the passages that appear. And of course, that's right here, right? And it's in the context of this sentence here. Generally, you just kind of read the one sentence where it appears, but if necessary, you can kind of look backwards if need be. But most of the time, you get enough information just from the sentence to make your judgment. Okay, and you flagged all the correct things. So we have a contrast word, right? Although, so we know something versus something else. And think about this. We have this word here, although he revered, which is positive, right? If you revere somebody, that's certainly thumbs up. But then we also have the word attack, which is negative. Okay, so think about this. We have ambivalence is linking to Jung both having a positive attitude towards Freud, but then also a negative. Don't overthink this. Bam. There it is. Both positive and negative. Think about why D is wrong. First off, cautious. Does that line up with, and also, and I would flag this word too, which you underline, unusually. That's a kind of a comparison word, right? If I'm saying something is unusual, well, like compared to what? What's the norm? We don't have any information about that. But then also the aspect of being cautious, how does that fit in with our two keywords that you flagged? Revering and attacking. If somebody's attacking somebody, that doesn't seem like they're necessarily cautious. So I would toss that. Okay. And then this one too, exactly opposite. Reluctantly. Like, where did we get this attitude that he wasn't really willingly subservient, obedient? No, we know that for sure is wrong because it's attack. Okay. So yes, for sure that's out. And then A, overwhelm. Yeah, I like that you flagged that. Extreme. Overwhelmingly. Like, really? But then notice we left out the positive aspect of things, that just angry and hostile, that might fit with attack, but then what are we supposed to do with revered? Okay, so yes, okay, do not overthink this. It's far, one of the beautiful things about the MCAT is that it's actually far more basic than you might expect. It's really, don't second guess yourself. We had a positive word and a negative word attached to Jung and his attitude towards Freud. So we need something that incorporates that, and the only thing that did that was C. Done and done. Okay. But other than that, everything else was perfect. You're on the right track. Solid job.